What it do, you guys? My kids are my biggest haters too. They be trying to stop what I got going on. Can you pass me some Vaseline for my lips or something? You pass me that Vaseline over there. Ouch. I miss my nails. I feel so naked and ugly with no nails. I need to go. I told y'all earlier I can't get to my dang on storage unit. Alright. And I was venting to y'all the other day. I'm probably not gonna post that video. But I'm just mad, y'all, because my birthday coming up on Saturday, September 17th, baby. Don't play, baby. Don't play. But I'm kind of sad because it's my first birthday. Just being broke, busted, and disgusted. You know, so it's just hard for me. I'm a little sad because I'm homeless on my birthday. Not only am I homeless, I don't have no babysitters like I normally do. You know, everything is just different this year. But this goes into the message I actually wanted to talk about just leaving your comfort zone, like us moving here. I was just telling my daughter that, because my daughter came up to me and said, oh, I miss Maryland. We be looking back at our pictures, you know, when life was good, which was when we was in our old state. It's like we moved here and it just went down, 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 down. But nonetheless, like I said, I understand why God had to move me here. Ma'am, you another one. You're not going to sit here making all this noise. Go over there and eat that bread. Eat your pizza over there. But nonetheless, you know, like she just came up to me and saying, Mommy, I miss Maryland. As if she even really be knowing. Half the time she don't know, but she remembers how life used to be when we had our apartment with actual furniture. Because even with the apartment we got here, we was only there for what, 3 or 4 months. Already be quiet. And even with that, it just like, you know, it didn't feel like home. It just felt like this, kind of like we didn't have no furniture. Well, she had furniture in her room, you know, because my mom had came in and bought her that bedroom set. But for me, it still didn't feel like home. I don't have no home decorations like I normally do. Like, it just didn't feel like, you know, home and what I was used to when I was in Maryland. I had my own apartment. I was able to furnish it, decorate it, cook in my kitchen. I used to cook all the time. So now it's just like, I'm starting to cook more since we've been in here. But even when we was at that last apartment, it's just like things changed since we've been to Texas. So, you know, I just feel like I'm ready to be stable again. You know, feel comfortable with where I'm staying at so that I can want to cook. Like when I was in that apartment that we was in, that I did for y'all in the beginning, like of my channel a little bit, you know, when we first got to Texas. Ma'am, go get your juice over there. Let me turn on Cocomelon. Hold on. Please don't look over here. She looking back at me like, sis, please don't come over here. But yeah, y'all, so I just wanted to, I forgot where I left off at, but basically my daughter came over here and she's like, I just miss Maryland, Mommy. Because she remember, like I said, we've been looking at pictures and stuff and just like, wow, I remember, you know. But I also have gotten words about stop mesmerizing about the past. Like, leave it there. Like, when God do my restoration, he's going to bless me tenfold with those things. Yes, I miss my beautiful room. I miss my couch. I miss just having all my equipment to cook, and I just miss feeling like I have a home. Like, even though I had an apartment when I got here, it still didn't feel like home. I just felt like I've literally been homeless all year since I moved, since March. I feel like I've been homeless since March. Technically I have been. I have shelter. I just feel like I've been in a shelter for 6 months. Well, 7 months now. March, April, May, June, July, August, September 28th, because I got here February 28th. September 28th, it'll be 7 months, you know, and just because my birthday is coming up, and I'm like, dang, normally at least I can send my kid with her dad, the baby. Last year, me and her dad went out and stuff. Last year I didn't get no freedom for my birthday because I still had her, you know. But, you know, I still had a nice birthday. He made my birthday nice to me, you know. But my birthday last year opened up my eyes to a lot of things. And I know I'm getting a little off track a little bit, but let me get back on track. But basically, I was telling my daughter, that's what made me like, let me do a video for people who, you know, scared to get out of their comfort zone. I was telling my daughter, like, you know, I know you miss Maryland. I know you miss the past, and I do too, you know, but sometimes you can't let, just because you're comfortable somewhere and because that's where your comfortability is, that's where you feel safe at, because you know everything, you know everyone around there, you have, you know, all this support around there, because you're comfortable in where you are. Even if sometimes you're comfortable in a negative situation, just because that's all you know is toxicity. Like I tell y'all with my family, like I grew up on toxicity. I grew up feeling less than, I grew up feeling like I had to be a people pleaser. That's the only way to get love, is if I put my needs last and put everyone else's needs first. And look what that has gotten me to. So it's like in so many areas you can get comfortable in. No matter if that's your hometown, your city, that everybody like to be like, my city, my city. If it's a relationship you feel like you just stuck in and feel like you got to be comfortable in because that's all you know, or because you feel like you owe that person, because don't mind her banging. She just, I don't know why these babies like to bang. Y'all know, single mom life, mommy life, you gonna hear these little rascals in the back. You gonna hear them. And she wanna come over here clapping. Bye, little girl. All she want to do is come over here and get a nipple. I'm trying to go over there. Because I already know what she wants. So, but I guess I'm going to have to bring it closer. And I don't be wanting to bring it that damn close. All up in my dang old mouth. But sometimes you're going to have to, no matter what, you have to do it afraid. You have to take that leap of faith. If you want to get to that next level, you can't be afraid of getting out of your comfort zone, because right on the other side of that fear is the life you asked for. It might not start off easy. It might not start off looking like what you saw in your head as what was going to be for you. Because did I ever expect to come to Texas and be homeless? If you would have told, if I would have known I would be in this situation right now, my black ass would have stayed right up in Baltimore, okay? Because it was comfortable for me. I had a system up there, like, you know, even though I was still like single mom in there, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna act like my baby daddies wasn't helping me out at all. But I felt stuck. Like I felt stuck with my baby daddy. Like especially that's the second one. I felt stuck with him because I'm like, we got this new baby. I'm over you for real. Like I'm mentally checked out because it's like you just won't step up and you just keep thinking that you're gonna manipulate me into just it changing. The more you try to do that, the more it pushed me away. And I felt like I was stuck because I felt like I don't want her not to have her dad, and I don't want this, you know, that I was passing by so many other, you know, just ignoring so many other red flags. And well, it wasn't even that I was ignoring them, because I started keeping game, which is why I started mentally checking out. But anyway, it's just like all of this just relates into not settling, and settling for just what you know, for what's comfortable to you. You got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Because had I been just nervous, I would have never came. If I was just, I mean, I was nervous, but I did it nervous anyway. Did it scared. Y'all seen the video of me coming to Texas. Like, you know, I was venting to y'all then. That video where God told me to move to Texas. That's why I've recorded everything up until this point, because when I look back on everything, I really wanted this for my record, to see how everything I had to go through. Because like I said, I know I'm going to be successful. I know I'm going to have that. Well, I already have peace, but I know I can't truly have the peace I want until I have stability. I'm tired of being unstable. I've had a lot of instability in my life, and I just finally want to be stable within my home, within, you know, my career, you know. And I always felt like with them jobs, that's how I felt. That's why I never really wanted to buy a house, because I felt like as long as I got to rely on a job, I can easily lose my job and then lose my house right behind it. That's why I always wanted to get into business. That's why I've been like, I've been through too much with these jobs. I've been through stuff with jobs. I've been through stuff in every area of life. So it's like, I'm like, with these jobs, it's like, they'll fire you. Look at what's about to go on. People getting laid off already. Look at what happened on COVID. And it's about to, like I just told y'all in the video before this one, it's about to get real in America. Many more layoffs are coming. And it's like, I gotta lose everything that I've worked so hard for, all because of this job. No, and that's why I just never really wanted to buy a house. I was working for these jobs. That's why I've been trying to get my foot, and finding a true business, not just like really not just side hustle selling BS, and not just like, I really want to be a true businesswoman, and I'm gonna keep working towards that. Like, I'm gonna keep on trying to figure out my lane, but I also realized it wasn't just all about the money. God, hey, you're about to get up. Be quiet. Cause she does this on purpose. She be hating, bruh. She be hating too. But I just wanted to really be secure. When I buy my house, I don't want to be afraid I'm gonna lose it, because if I make one mistake at this job, like I told y'all in them last videos, if I have to tend to my kids, I'm a single mom. If I have to tend to my kids, it's like, I used to get into it with my supervisor at that last job, and it's so funny. Like, I think I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, like, that same supervisor, she's the one, before she quit the job too, she quit right before I quit. And before she quit, she was telling me, like, I could totally see you on YouTube. Like, it's just so funny how Zaz was she was a big part of, I just give credit to everybody who, like, instilled those words of wisdom in me. Literally, she didn't know everything I was already working with. I already knew I was never going to be a part of no corporation for the rest of my life, because I know how I am. I don't like listening to what y'all tell. I like to do what I want to do. So I already knew that I wasn't going to be stuck at any of these jobs for a long time. That's not how I was anyway. I done had so many jobs, because when I get tired of this, like, I get tired of doing the same thing over and over and over every day. And I'm not going to sit here keep trying to prove myself to y'all of why y'all should put me up to the next position and just settling for that. I have big vision for my life. I want big things in my life, and those jobs just be trying to lowball me and stuff. So it's just a lot that I went through with the jobs and stuff. But to see my supervisor, my last supervisor at any job I've worked at, like, she really poured a lot into me at our one-on-one meeting that day. She even told me, like, everybody ain't your friend. And then it's so funny how a couple months later, I stopped being friends with the girls. Like, I'm like, dang, she must have saw something. And at the time when she said, I'm like, girl, you hating because I got friends. You hating that we got a good bond. And, because we was cool. Like, me and the girls, we was vibing for real. Like, but like I said, with women, when you want to do something else, when you ready to elevate, when you ready to step outside of the box of what your friends are doing, they gonna look at you type of ways. They gonna feel like you might think you better. Women are women. And that's just what I'm gonna leave that at. But she saw something that I didn't see, or she heard something that I didn't hear maybe one day when I wasn't at work. She might have heard them talking about me or something. I don't know, but she saw something. And she said, everybody can't go with you. Like, she said that. It's just so funny. I hope one day, because she said, I can totally see you on YouTube. And it was because I used to be, like, fashionable and stuff. She's like, I can totally see you doing, like, fashion. Like, I love your style. She was always complimenting me. Ari, bye. She was just always complimenting me on stuff. That's why I just be like, dang, like, I be feeling like I fell off. But I always get like that. Every time I have a baby, I do this. But it takes me about 2 years to truly recover from having a baby. No cap. So I had my baby last year. So by next year gonna be the year. And I'm turning 30 next year. Don't play with that girl. The big 3-0. Don't play. But overall, I was just doing this video because me and my daughter was just talking. I was like, let me do a video about this, because so many people be scared to step outside of their comfort zone because you're scared of the unknown. We all are scared of the unknown. That's normal, but you got to do it scared anyway. Do it scared anyway. I moved to a new state with 2 kids. I'm homeless with 2 kids. But through it all, I'm still doing it. I'm not going to let life kick me. Life going to kick me, but I ain't going to let life beat me. I'm going to fight back. Period. I'm going to fight back. And like I said to her, like, if I would have never came here, I wouldn't have grew as much as I have in my relationship with God. Like, I had started my relationship with God before I came here, because He the one who told me to move. But I have increased my faith, learned so many things, like released so many things, learned so many things, unlearned and learned. Like, it's been just like a total transformation, spiritually first, inside out. My outside might not, be totally transformed yet. I'm not at my body goals I want to be at. I'm not at my hair goals I want to be. I was venting to y'all about my hair earlier and stuff. I'm not at those fleshly things yet, but spiritually, I've learned so much. I truly know God now. I truly know who I am. I truly know my flaws. You know, I'm truly embracing my flaws in this season of my life. Like, it's so many things that this journey has taught me. And like I told my daughter, like, sometimes, yeah, it's not fun to get out of your comfort zone. But, you know, and even though we in a, you know, little situation that we in, this is just the beginning of it. It's not going to last forever. You still have to be willing to get uncomfortable. And just because you thought it was going to go a certain way once you got on that other side doesn't mean that it's still not what you saw for yourself is still not going to come into fruition. It's still going to come into fruition. But it's not, nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. You know, and just like she keeps saying she missed that stuff, that's because she missed having her own room. She missed having all her toys. I told her I would get her a new Barbie dream house when we move here. She haven't gotten that yet. You know, it's just been different from us. She's used to us being able to go in the store and she get whatever she wants. She's used to that. You know, but God has had to humble me and humble her. Like, a lot of this has been also about humbling her because she was so used to getting whatever. We go to the stores, I'm buying whatever for the kids. I'm able to buy all the clothes I want for my kids, buy all the shoes. They got many different shoes. Now we got just about 2-3 pairs. Well, she got a couple pairs that she bet. It's just different. You know, our clothes is dingier now. You know, and all this stuff I be talking about. I don't like hand-me-downs. I still don't like hand-me-downs, but I need to get some hand-me-downs right now. You know, it's just been a real humbling journey for me. You know, I still don't like hand-me-downs. I hate that because kids' clothes, you get dingy fast. Anyway, after one wash, look at this shirt she got on. They get dingy, and I can't stand dingy looking stuff. Like, I like it to look fresh and crisp. Like, yes. But nonetheless, you just gotta have something on your body. But like I told her, sometimes it's you know, it's not gonna be what you expected it to be. Like, that's what I had to learn. Like I said, if I would have known I was gonna be in this situation before I got on that plane to fly to Maryland, I would have never flew out. I had a paid off car. Now I have no car because I sold that car to come here. But I don't know, my baby father probably put a tracker on it. That's probably why God told me, go ahead and sell that car. Yeah, that nigga probably put a tracker on it and shit. Like, that's his city. You know, he from there. He know a lot of people up there. I'm not from Baltimore. You know, only people I had up there was my baby daddies and their family. Like, I didn't have, you know, and my best friend. But I didn't have nobody in Baltimore. But that's what my support system was for my kids, because I don't have no family that helped me with my kids. Like, my baby daddies and their family, you know, would help out with the little that they do help out. But it was still more than what my family was doing. Like, my mom might send me some, might buy some clothes for them every so often. Not like she do a lot. But, you know, I'm appreciative of what people do because I'm used to having to do everything by myself. I've always, like I've vented to y'all in them videos earlier, so I actually am gonna post them videos. Like, I'm used to having to do everything for myself since a young girl, my daughter's age. Make my own cereal for breakfast. Like, I never even had breakfast. Like, that's why I'm so big on cooking breakfast for my kids, because my mom I don't ever remember that. My first breakfast I remember really having was with my next door neighbors. When we moved to that new house and I met my next door neighbors, their mom and stepdad, they always used to be cooking breakfast. Like, and on the weekends I would be over their house because we go outside early in the morning playing. And their moms would ask me, you know, if I want to come over and eat. I used to eat with them and stuff. And they used to cook together. Her husband would cook. They just like really had family vibes, sit all at the table. So things that I peeped game of my other friends by being at their houses, because I was always at some friends' houses or somebody's damn house, or I was in the house by myself. You know, so it just made me want to be that mom. Like, that's why I want my kitchen. I want my big kitchen. I want to be able to learn all these different dishes to cook. I want to cook for my kids. I love cooking breakfast for my kids. I love cooking dinner. Like, I be tired sometimes, but that's why I said in that video earlier, like, I'm really like a housewife at heart. I really do love to just tend and nurture my family, because that's the thing that I never got. So, you know, and me coming here, you know, I had to get out of my comfort zone. It's not a pretty sight. Like I told my baby, like, everything is not just gonna be glitter and pretty and fabulous all the time. Sometimes you have to go through this to get to that pretty season. Like, Because I'm going to look back and be grateful on this. Just like when I go through my photo albums, my 20s has just been up and down with my weight, with how I felt about myself. I feel like I really felt the best about myself on the flesh at 26. But spiritually, was it 26? Yeah, 2 years ago. 2020 was like my best year, how I felt like I loved my body, how I looked and everything. You know, but now this age, and it's going to keep increasing, I feel like I'm best spiritually. You know, yes, I'm still shaking a lot of things. Yes, I'm still healing from a lot of things. The healing journey is an emotional roller coaster, you know. But nonetheless, I know I'm not angry at anybody. I'm still, you know, mad at how things played out to a degree. Just because, like, who wants to be a single mom? Who wants to not have no family and friends? Who really wants that for themselves? Nobody truly wants that. But one thing I learned that is peace is a price that you cannot buy. You cannot buy peace. You can't put a price on peace. You can't. That's something that is free, but has to be worked towards. Like, you have to release everything that's holding you back from your peace. All those uncomfortable things, everything that makes you comfortable, that's negative for you, that's not giving your soul that peace that it needs, that's getting you further away from God. Those are things you got to release. And it sometimes it can come at a cost, you know, but what's the true cost? Like, that's how I feel. Like, yeah, it come at a cost. The cost now is, yes, I'm single in a new state by myself, I'm homeless and this and that, but don't come back. Why you coming back? Move. But overall, like, it cost me to lose different things and different people. But the amount of peace I have spiritually, the way I have got connected with God, that stuff, you know, it costs me things, yes. But money, you can't pay for peace. You can't say, here, Pastor, I want to pay you, I want to tithe you $1 million to give me peace in my soul, to get me spiritually cleansed. You can't do that. That's true work that you have to put in. That's truly building a relationship with God is going to get you that peace that you need. So, you know, on the other side of the fear, it's everything that you ever asked for. On my vision board, I wrote, and I have a vision board video on my channel that I did back when I was in Maryland. And on that board, I'm never gonna forget, in 2019, when I did my ultimate vision board for my life. Like, that wasn't my yearly one. That was just what I saw for my life. And on there, peace was a part of it. On my other vision board that I did in that same video, I think for 2020, I wanted to find out what my purpose was. And as I did that video, y'all go watch that video to see, like, I wrote that, and then I had found out. I started figuring out what God was calling me to do for my life. You know, it's just interesting how everything has played out. But nonetheless, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. Being comfortable, if you're comfortable in any situation, you're missing out on something. Don't ever get too comfortable, because the life we live in, you can never get too comfortable. You can never get too comfortable. There's always room for growth. There's always room for change. There's always room for improvement. Now, it's not to say don't be grateful for what you do have, but don't feel like those things are there forever, because nothing lasts forever. Our seasons don't even stay the same forever. You know, nothing. Nothing stays the same, you know. And to me, because I know that, that's why I feel like also I'm always like, okay, I have bad anxiety, because I'm like, okay, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? I'm always preparing for the worst, just like I'm doing now. With me being in this crazy crunch time, I'm like, I got to prepare for a true natural disaster. I got to prepare for what's truly coming to America. I got to prepare for the true famine in the land with the resources that I do have. I have to prepare with what I do have, you know. But it was just funny that my daughter came over to me saying that because I started preaching to her. I'm like, I know, you know, you missed it because it was comfortable. You know, you miss your dad. I know you do. But just understand, this is a sacrifice we have to make. God is about sacrifices. And you'll reunite with daddy again. I'm going to be having you, sending you on flights because I trust her dad. You know, even though he got his shit with me. But I know we'll get over that. We done been through a lot. We going to be good again. Like, and her dad, God got to get to him. He got to cleanse him because that nigga is demonic, okay? The other one got demons too. But this one, I don't be liking some of the shit he got with him. I don't like that. That stuff can't be compromised. That's why I'm in this position now, because it's like you just don't get it. You just really are, you different. But like I told her, you're gonna get to go with daddy again. I'm gonna send you, they got flights for minors. I'm gonna fly your ass right on out. Or I'm gonna buy him a plane ticket to come on out. Like, this is a sacrifice for everything I asked for. You can't get nothing for free. Excuse me. And just reading my Bible, like, God is about sacrifices. Sacrifice and obedience. You got to be willing to give up something, just like the devil is about sacrifices. Them people who sell their souls, them celebrities and stuff that sell their souls for quick return. With God, it's not quick return. You got to put that work in, because faith without works is dead. You got to put that work in. You got to prove to me. You got to show me. Prove to me. You got to prove to me. I'm not giving you no advancement on nothing. The devil give advancements. The devil give you, like I told y'all with that car, it was way too easy for me to get that car. That's how I should have known. This ain't God, because God wants you to work. Stuff will flow with God, but it ain't just going to be like, okay, here you go. I ain't had to show no pay stubs. I ain't had to show nothing to get that car. Even me having an out-of-state ID, they made that thing like work. It didn't even I wasn't even in the car dealership that long as I was with getting my first car. And with getting my first car, I had more money. Well, no, my credit score was higher with getting my other car. Like, and I was in the dealership for a long time getting that car. Actually, I think my interest rate on this car was lower than my last one. But nonetheless, you know, it's just, you got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to give up something to gain something. It's like a formula. You know, you got to prove to God that you willing to obey him and you willing to do whatever for him. You got to sell your soul to God, to the real God, the spirit of the water, not to the demonic God, not them fire gods, not Moloch and them, not the Ishtars, none of them. And I didn't even ever post that video about Ishtar and Starbucks, because Starbucks is demonic. And y'all need to know that. Y'all need to stop supporting them businesses. And I'm going to post that video. I'm going to go ahead and post that video because it's long and it might be all over the place, because y'all know I be all over the place. But what I said in that video, it's like, it's really telling how the liquor stores, just how liquor stores be on every corner. Look how Starbucks is on every corner. And it's connected. Okay? It's connected. Come on, bye. You getting on my nerves. Bye. But nonetheless, the overall message of this video, because it's getting long, the overall message of this video is, do not settle and don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone, because on the other side of everything that you've been praying for, everything that you've been manifesting, everything that's on the other side, everything that you've been asking for is on the other side of that fear. You got to be willing to let something go to get something new. You have to be. Like, you literally have to be willing to let something go to bring something new in. Even think about at the stores. If you ever worked in retail, they're not keeping all of this old stuff. They got to get rid of stuff to bring all the new inventory in. They have to. That's why they put stuff on sale. They mark stuff down, because they need to get that old stuff out to bring the new stuff in for the new season, to step into the new. Get all, like now, they're getting rid of all that summer stuff so they can bring in the stuff that's needed for the winter, for the new season. So it's in the same aspect with your life. Like, you got to sit down and really evaluate your life. Really see where you are in your life. Really see what you really want for your life. Really see what's not serving you in this season of your life. Is what's and even if what's serving you in your season now, is this going to serve me in that season? Because the shorts that you have now is not going to serve you in the season that's coming up. You need pants. You need socks and boots. So you got to see what's serving me right now, or what I feel like and think is serving me now. Is this going to serve me in the next season of my life that I'm asking God for? Is it? You know, you got to ask yourself these questions and act on it. And don't be afraid of the unknown. Nonetheless, y'all, don't settle. Don't be afraid, because on the other side of that fear is everything you ask for. You got to have faith. Like, literally. Faith, faith, faith. Faith plus the works will get you to where you really want to be. Because faith without works is dead. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.